Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hina Ijaz. Welcome to Pakistan. I am welcoming a guest from Austria today, a Central European guest. Yes, and the guest I'm very excited to introduce today, once again an Austrian on the show, because Vienna is a beautiful place, the capital of Austria and in fact the largest city of Austria. When we talk about ethnicities within Austria, yes, you do find different ethnicities. Of course, Australians themselves occupy a large part of the country. However, you may see a lot of ex-Yugoslavs, if I may say, and then Germans, Turks, and a small portion of, as they say, the others. So it's a parliamentary representative democracy. What is Austria all about for tourists? We shall find out in today's episode, because I have here an engineer, a young engineer who's in his 20s, visiting Pakistan for the second time. He first came in the year 2018. And now he's here. It's been 2 weeks. He's been to Multan as well. He knows a lot about Lahore. He especially loves our food. What all does he like about our food, our culture? I am excited to find out. Well, he's here. He's been working on a project based in the power sector of Pakistan. Well, the person whose invitee he is, I have him on the show as well. On the Pakistani side, I have Umer Inayat sahab. He has been long associated with the power sector in the country. So we shall talk about a lot of power today. Well, I'm talking about the power sector. So without any further delay, I shall welcome Lukas and Umer Inayat sahab. Well, Assalamu alaikum, and thank you for joining us and giving us your precious time. I know you guys have a very busy schedule, given Lukas is here on a work mission.
Exactly.
He seems to be enjoying the food more. Is that right,
Yeah,
Lukas?
that's absolutely right. Yes. And I'm very happy that I find a place where I can eat spicy.
It's a shock for me.
Yeah, really?
Yes, because normally when you talk about Europeans, they are trying to avoid spicy food.
Oh, we are not so good in that actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But Pakistan, if they talk it's spicy, it's really spicy.
Right. So it's your second visit here. I want to find so much more about you, Lukas, about your job, about your interests, about your interest in Pakistan. And I want to talk to Umer Saab about specifically our energy sector. So there's lots to discuss, but before that, I shall play a report prepared by us specifically for our viewers to find out more about Austria. Please, let's take a look at it. What beautiful sights. What beautiful sights. Well, tell us something about your country in terms of, from a tourist perspective. If a Pakistani was to visit Austria, what all they should be looking at and keeping in mind?
Well, in winter it can get really cold, so there's no place for kangaroo.
How cold?
Minus 15 degrees,
Wow,
definitely
that's
possible,
it.
yeah. So,
Well, that's a lot, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Definitely.
okay, so summertime would be a good time to plan a holiday around in Austria.
I mean, summertime is one of the main season as well, yeah. Summertime is good for, yeah, we do kite surfing, we do swimming, we love, I live in the west part of Austria, so in Innsbruck, close to the Aachensee, that's the biggest lake there, and we love hiking a lot. So mountains is my thing, definitely. And I can see already in Pakistan in the north, I saw some videos and
I was coming exactly to that.
Yes.
That our mountains are one of the best.
Yeah.
And we have so many tourists pouring in just to go for hiking and for activity
Yeah.
in that particular area. And now the good thing is there's so many resorts and hotels that have opened up in those areas. So I'm sure you would enjoy that given if you love hiking, which you've just mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, you said you live in the northern part of Austria.
west part.
Western,
west
sorry,
north, yeah.
western. But the southern part is basically landlocked, is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Yes, and in wintertime, for example, skiing, I don't know if this is also popular here, yeah,
Skiing is popular, especially
Yeah.
with a new resort that has opened up in Pakistan in Malam Jabba. Winter time has become a hot spot for tourists, not just international tourists, but in fact local tourists traveling from the south of Pakistan as well towards this particular resort. They're having the time of their lives.
Ah,
It's
nice.
gorgeous. It's a pretty
Nice.
steep slope, I must tell you that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Umar Saab will fill you in more about it.
Ah, wonderful,
I'm sure you'll be
wonderful.
curious, and I would urge you to stay for a little longer. If not, then do come back and visit that area.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so you have so much culture in your country, especially if you talk about Vienna, art, culture, history, so much there.
Yeah.
Just even a sculpture, just looking at a sculpture there's so much there, there's a story. So growing up in a culturally enriched, historically rich
Yeah.
land, what does it tell about Austrians to us at large?
Wow, yeah, well, basically, this big influence from many countries what we have makes us always welcoming tourists. Tourism is our main product, I would say, in Austria. So we love to meet new people from new countries and everybody is welcome. So yeah, that's the message what we spread.
You have a population of approximately 9 million people.
Exactly.
And you have a lot of tourists coming in.
Yeah.
So most of the tourists come in during summertime.
Summertime and also wintertime, yes.
Oh, wintertime, for skiing.
Yes,
Oh, it's
skiing.
for the mountainous areas
Yes,
that they're
but
looking at.
in terms of global warming, also, I unfortunately have to say the season is changing. So main season in the region where I live,
How much has it changed in Austria?
definitely you see the difference in terms with the snow. In wintertime, the weather is getting more extreme. Yeah, that's on a global base.
It is getting more extreme, like
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
wow, that
More-
must be a lot.
More hot in the summer and sometimes less snow. But yeah,
So the official language spoken there is Austrian German, is that correct?
exactly. Yes.
So could you say something in that language?
Havidere, ich bin der Lukas und ich freue mich, dass ich in Pakistan bin.
So I can understand you said my name is Lucas and
Yeah.
I'm in Pakistan. Is that
Exactly.
right? See, I know it. I know the language.
Yes.
Well, so have you learned some Urdu in these 2 trips of yours?
Learned something very important actually. It means chaila.
Chilean.
Yeah,
That means bring tea.
exactly.
You-
And
you
I
like
love tea.
tea?
I love tea.
I thought you would be a coffee drinker.
Yeah, depending on my mood.
You
yeah.
should have been born in Pakistan. You love our food, you love tea.
The chai tea is very delicious here.
Right.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
So I'm very happy to meet you, given you're an engineer. You do some wonderful work, and you have been. You are called by in terms. I mean, if I was to put it this way, you are here for work, and we need your skill set, and you enjoy coming to Pakistan. So it's a beneficial situation both ways, mutually beneficial situation. Would you recommend to your Austrian friends and family to visit Pakistan?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to see something like very special in terms of culture, and I mean, you have so much things to offer. For example, Lahore. Wow, this city was my first time I saw a mosque, and thank you for that. For
Did you
giving
hear
me.
the azan?
Yeah, I heard. Yes.
How was it?
Wow,
did you
impressive,
find that?
very impressive.
You
yeah.
liked it? I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
I enjoyed also the atmosphere there. Was really cool to see.
How nice.
And it's something, for me, I never experienced that. Even
Have
if
you
I've
been to this part of the world before?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been in Asia some places.
Where all?
China, Thailand.
But the cultures are totally different there.
Definitely, absolutely.
So it didn't it just surprised you in a very nice way.
Absolutely, yes.
Good to hear that. Now, you're an engineer. You're young. You have a tough job. I'm sure your working hours are overstretched also. I want to understand, why did you become an engineer?
Well, basically, it's my father's fault. He,
A blessing.
Yes, but yes.
Come on.
No, in a positive way, definitely.
Yes, of course.
When I was 12 years old, he gave me a present, and it was a motorbike. And since then, I was addicted to
Did
engineering.
you open up the motorbike?
Exactly, tuning and yeah.
See, this is how engineers are created, Umar Sahab.
Yeah, exactly.
You give them a toy, you give them I mean, your child's an engineer the minute, you hand them over a machine-based toy and they just, bam, open it up.
Exactly, yes.
Right?
That's where it started, yes.
Well, good for us.
Yeah.
We're using your skill set. So, you became an engineer. How much have you traveled around the world because of your work?
For now, almost 50 countries in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're in your 20s.
27, yes, exactly.
Yes, well, that's 20s. Yeah,
Yes.
come on, you still have 3 years to hit 30.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah,
thanks.
so 50 countries. Wow, did you ever stay in Austria? Should I call you an Austrian?
I would call myself more as a global
Citizen.
citizen. Yes, definitely, yeah.
Right.
I'm traveling 90% a year, so I mean, my roots are there basically, but I have a lot of influence of the different cultures as well, yeah.
Right. I would like to extend my conversation towards now Umar Saab, but before that I have to take a short break, and when we return I want to ask Lukas, what did he enjoy eating here the most? We shall find out, but right after this short break. Lukas from Austria is here on a work trip, but he seems to be enjoying himself a lot, which is great for us, because he says he would definitely recommend to his family and friends back home in Austria to come and visit Pakistan. Umer Inayat Saab, who's in the power sector, is Lukas's host here, because they are working on a project together, but this is not Lukas's first trip to Pakistan. I have a feeling he's going to keep coming back because he loves our food especially.
Yeah.
What do you like the most in our food?
Oof, I love the dal.
Dal.
Yes, and the bread. Wow, the bread is amazing.
Really?
Yes,
You like that?
yes.
I would say kadhai, because you know why? I rather was assuming, because a lot of foreigners and expats that I have on the show, and when I ask them what's your favorite thing, they're like biryani or kadhai, chicken kadhai. Dal, that's the first one.
Yes.
Wow. So, Umar Sahab, can you explain to us exactly what's your working relation? I mean, what is your working relationship like with Lukas, and do you often have a lot of foreigners coming in for work related to your field?
Yeah, in fact, we are an authorized distributor of an Austrian product.
Right.
That is a power generator, and we supply that power generator to textile mills.
Right.
And whenever we need some special technical expertise or some big project, we just invite our friends from Austria, and they are here to help us.
And how's your working relationship with people from other countries? I'm just not specifically talking about Austria, but obviously when you have foreigners coming into your country, again, I'm not just limiting my question to Pakistan, just getting them adjusted to the environment, because you, at times just not limited to work, you will go out to eat, you'll probably take a stroll, you'll walk, you'll meet people. So how difficult it is to integrate in the society?
I won't call it difficult. I believe that it's a double duty for me. That
Do you enjoy it? That's most important.
Yes, I do. First of all, I have to professionally, attend the people who are coming from overseas. The second thing is, it's in our culture and religion to make our guests happy as much as we can. So I used to say, Lukas, that see, if I'm putting something in front of you to eat, if you finish it complete, I will be happy. if you just...
Aren't you forcing him? That if you finish it, I will be happy. Good technique.
Yeah.
Good technique, Umar Saab. Good,
And
good.
last week I just arranged for Lukas, there are 5 and 6 type of chickpeas and grams available in Lahore.
Wow.
And 4 and 5 types of kulchas, naan and bread.
No wonder the man loves bread now.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
think he was supposed to love bread.
Yes.
You served
Yeah.
so much bread, Umar Saab.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So, well, you would say culturally integrating, it's not so difficult.
It's not. I think one should just respect the humanity, and that is the main thing for us.
On that note, Lukas, I would like to understand on the humanity side level rather, how do you find Pakistanis?
Wow, super polite people and very welcoming. This is really gives you the feeling that it's an honor to be here. Yeah.
Do you think people here are loud? I mean, in a good way, like speaking loudly, especially in the city of Lahore. Everybody's overjoyed and excited.
Yeah,
and
but I mean, you respect the
There's a lot of
culture.
life.
Yes. It's a great energy, but you can pick up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Umar Saab, you explained us your nature of work. You do interact with a lot of foreigners, and I'm sure you travel a lot too. So, and I'm sure you've traveled extensively in Pakistan also.
Yes.
Lukas has come here for the second time. He says he's just been to Multan so far. Let's plan something for Lukas. And I hope so, he comes for the third time. What would you recommend to him? What should he see in Pakistan?
Well, my favorite place is Batakundi, next to Naran. Whenever I visit northern areas and Naran, I feel I'm not in Pakistan. And that the river, the mountains, the serenity of that area is really mesmerizing for me.
Yeah, it's
so I
relaxing.
recommend Lukas that someday he just extend his visit, so we can just take him.
So I'm
there.
asking on Lucas's behalf because since you guys work together, he may not ask you. So when are you taking him?
Whenever he wished to.
I bring my skis, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, so it's the next trip. Well, you can buy them here.
Okay.
So great, yes. And also you see the southern part of Pakistan where the major city, Karachi is, as they call it, the city of lights. A very interesting piece of land in Pakistan, set by the seashore, touching the Arabian Sea. Gorgeous views and metropolitan, always buzzing away.
Yeah.
That's a place to visit. And the food there is great too.
Yeah, well, I arrived actually 3 years ago on the Independence Day in August, and wow, the city of life you're saying?
Did you see that?
Yes, I saw it. I was there, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, which places to visit in Austria?
Definitely Tyrol. Tyrol is my favorite. That's where I grew up. That's the state with the mountains. We have the snow, we have the lakes. But also eastern part like Vienna is super interesting.
Yeah, for a tourist, I mean, that would be great.
Yes, absolutely. Innsbruck and...
If you don't visit Vienna, I mean, you're doing injustice to the trip.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if you're more into nature, definitely Tyrol is the place to be.
But what's your favorite thing about Pakistan?
Favorite thing about Pakistan? Well, the food, as you can imagine. I didn't say anything about the sweets, the desserts.
What do you like the most in the desserts?
I have no idea what are all these names. But
what does he like if you've noticed?
With the pasta, with these noodles inside, you know.
Oh, kulfi.
Savaiyan. Yeah, I think.
Or was he talking about pasta in ice cream?
No, it's a sweet dish with like a...
Oh, then it's Savaiyan.
That is his description. It's a new name for our Savaiyan.
Pasta spaghetti dessert.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lovely. Well, it is delicious.
Yeah.
It is delicious. So, Umar Saab, generally speaking of the power sector and also getting, let's say, getting technology from, let's say, from international sources, and I believe you're assembling products here, or are you distributing them?
We are just importing them.
You just import
and
them.
installing
How's
them.
The demand right now?
In fact, the
for
demand is very high. The textile sector is booming like anything, and
you're supplying to the manufacturers.
We are supplying to the textile sector is 90%.
Yeah, that's what it's to do with the textile manufacturers.
Exactly. So their demand and their supply after the COVID, the world is, awaked again. The demand is high in the world.
Yes.
And our textile sector is a big industry of Pakistan. And to run that and to fulfill the shortage of electricity, this plug and play efficient machine of Austria is excellent for the textile units.
Right. Would you just say Austria and why?
In fact, it's a war of efficiency right now.
And Austria has really taken the lead
They are.
in
They
this
are.
sector?
Yes, exactly.
And do you
we
find
are-
a lot of engineers in Austria?
Yes.
Majority.
Yep.
You wouldn't choose any other nation over Austria when it comes to this kind of technology.
In fact, being an authorized distributor of them, we are bound to sell only their products. However, there are other competition in
You
Pakistan.
do have competitors,
who-
but
yep.
how much of the Austrian product is being sold in the market? If we talk about the percentage, I mean your market share.
It is 60%.
60?
Yep, 60.
Yeah, 60, that's a
Yes.
big number.
Yes.
So the rest, 40%, that share has been taken over by which countries?
It's shared by USA, UK, and
What about
some other
China?
European country.
China?
A very small portion.
Really?
Yeah, very small. In fact, we are in power generation. There are multiple things like hydro, like reciprocating. We are just representing the reciprocating engines portion.
Right. So what you're saying is that business has really picked up since
True.
this year,
Yes. it
right
is.
after the vaccination was introduced.
Exactly.
It has. And
It-
do you see the trend on the upward side?
I see a full swing next year.
You do?
Yes.
Right. Wow. So that means more trips for you.
Yeah, that's good.
So is it just you coming in, or is it more people coming from your company?
I'm actually traveling with another colleague. He's supporting me here. And
Where is he?
He's in the hotel actually. Yes, taking a rest and preparing for
He
tomorrow.
must have worked very hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Well, I'll be taking a short break, and when we return, we shall talk about some other features of Austria and Pakistan. I have something very exciting for you. We'll see you after a short break. Austria is bordered by Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Slovenia, Italy, and Switzerland. Wow, so many nations surrounding Austria. So how much of an influence? I see there's a lot of German influence in Austria. What about the rest? How much of their influences do you see?
Yeah, definitely. You will recognize it when you're in Austria. You see it, the restaurants, the varieties of restaurants. I mean, I'm talking a lot about food, but yes, you definitely see this.
Well, looking at you, I mean, the way you talk about food, you don't look like a foodie, but I'm glad to find out that you're a foodie. Yes, so you see a lot of enterprises set up by
Yes.
people belonging to these nations in Austria.
Yes.
Right. So what's your expat policy like?
Pardon, the expert.
Do you encourage a lot of other nationalities to settle in Australia? Are you friendly that way?
Yeah, definitely. We are very welcoming, I would say. European Union,
And
you know.
starting a business in Austria, is it easy? Is it difficult? Are there barriers there?
No, we have open borders, so our traffic, our transit is free. So
Entering a business is easy?
yes.
Starting a business in Austria?
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's definitely challenging, but
I'm talking in terms of regulations now.
yeah, no, the regulations. Well, there are regulations definitely.
Of course, but easy, simple, simpler rather.
Well, the European Union offers something very unique in the world, I would say, like so many countries without any border control. Yeah, it's really a great thing. So I'm proud of the European Union in this case. Yeah.
What about your market? Given you have a population of 9 million people, you have a lot of tourists. So if we talk about a small enterprise, do things really work out for new entrepreneurs that way in terms of looking at the market size?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for example, Austria, we are providing a lot for the car industry in Germany. and this market is definitely like increasing a lot, and there's good chances for careers, for job opportunities, and yeah.
Wow. So let's go back to food now. So the Austrian food, tell us about it. How is it? What does it comprise of? What are the main contents?
Well, we have a lot of potatoes. We have a lot of potatoes.
Because obviously in most of the European nations, that's a major component.
Yeah, yes. We do very good sweet dishes, I would say. There's this very famous Sachertorte. It's a cake
I could never pronounce that, trust me.
Sachertorte. It's a good thing.
All
yeah,
right.
it's coming from Vienna and it's super delicious. Yes, I can recommend it.
So what does it taste like?
It's pure chocolate.
Oh, lots
Pure
of
chocolate. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, it's so cold there. Chocolate works, right?
Yes, exactly.
How many times have you been to Austria, Umer Sahab?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Okay, so is this like a game, like he's been here twice, you're there twice?
Exactly like that.
Are you doing tit for tat? So all right, so you've been there twice. How did you find Austria?
Beautiful place. It's a must place to visit. In fact, the people are very nice there.
Very warm and welcoming.
Very warm and very, if I have to choose to live somewhere after Pakistan, that would be
Really?
Austria.
You sound very...
But I love Pakistan.
You sound
But
keen.
next to Pakistan.
Are you leaving?
Yeah. So the people are very nice.
I have two images, in fact 2 images of Pakistan and Austria, many images in fact, where you shall be shocked to see how similar the two look. That was my surprise for you. So we shall look at an image of Austria and an image of Pakistan, and I would urge Umer Saab and Lukas to please comment on how similar they look, and if you could educate our audience about, and if you recognize the places, please let's see them. Do you recognize these places?
Yes.
Somehow, vaguely. Yes, Lukas?
Definitely, definitely, yes.
What place is that?
That's Tyrol in the mountains, the left one.
And this?
I just can tell you the time of the year. It's autumn.
Autumn. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Right. So, and Umer Saab?
I believe it's that is Safri.
Yes, that's
is-
correct. That's correct. Lukas?
I unfortunately have to pass this one, yeah.
Yeah. But it's lovely. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like a painting.
Yeah.
Another gorgeous image, in fact 2 gorgeous images. Now you see those huts on the right, Lukas? That's the traditional lifestyle of people in the mountains, hills and valleys.
Is it
Right.
Kashmir?
Yeah, looks like that.
So-
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't show our pictures and say that we are look-alike.
Good one. You do have a sense of humor, Umer Saab.
Yes.
I thought normally people in your sector just, limit to opening
but
up
we have
of machines and this and that. But yes, good to find out you have a sense of humor. So, you have, which places has Lukas visited in Lahore? You said he's been to Badshahi Mosque?
Yeah, he was in Badshahi Mosque and then Lahore Fort
Wow.
and then Minar-e-Pakistan.
You saw the fort, right?
Yes.
Where the Mughals, that was the hub of the Mughals, the Mughal Empire.
Yes.
Are you aware of the Mughals?
Yeah, you heard the stories about this, yes.
Yes. So how
Yes.
did you find that? Because of course the architecture, the historical architecture is very different from the European architecture.
Yes.
So what was your point of view when you saw it?
Yeah, wow, I mean, I was impressed by the history actually, by the stories behind it and the architecture, I mean, for me was mind-blowing to see it, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But you see the textures are really different.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you seen our artwork?
Yeah, the small pieces like in
The
each, very detailed
miniatures and
actually.
all. Yeah. But have you seen some contemporary artwork of our Pakistani artists?
If I would have more time, yes, but I think we can talk
Yes,
about it, right?
Umer Saab, I think he needs to be made aware of our beautiful contemporary artwork.
Yeah, we are planning to take him to the Alhambra Art Council plus the Wagah border.
Well, I would recommend that again, in addition, just the right places you've sorted out. Wagah border is an experience and a half.
Yeah,
The ceremonies are just something
electrifying.
that
It's
electrifying.
Yeah.
The buzz, the vibe on location.
chanting.
I mean,
Okay.
when I went there, I actually didn't know that I will feel that euphoria, but I did. You will. So that is one place, the Wagah border, Alhambra, the hub of art in Pakistan, of culture. Another place I would recommend is Como Museum, a contemporary art museum, right in the heart of the city, which he shall really, really enjoy.
Sure.
And there's a nice restaurant there too.
There we go, there
very
we go.
contemporary.
Yes,
you will love that place. So I'm recommending these 3 places to you. Como Museum, Alhambra, and of course Wagah border, not to be missed.
Oh, why?
You've already been to the food street, I think. The food street, Badshai. He hasn't been there? Okay, now number 4, you have to go there. You must go there because it's a pedestrian walk, no cars allowed, and you get the best of the food world.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. I come with an empty stomach.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to.
Well, you could spend a week there and try all restaurants. They have all sorts of Pakistani cuisine in different forms, and they specialize in it. You must also visit the Haveli, I think.
No.
He should visit it.
Sure. Noted down.
Let's go.
Yes, I think these are things to do.
Yeah.
And there's so much to see just in Lahore and in the surrounding areas of Lahore. Right.
Yeah.
So just one question: when you were coming here for the first time, what were you told about Pakistan, and what was your perception? And what was your thought when you landed?
What they told me at home, I mean, all the technicians I know, they always were talking about the food.
Is that good thing?
Yes. They were all happy about it, and yeah.
And upon landing, when you saw the infrastructure at the airport, the highways and the bridges, what did you think? Did you think Pakistan is going to be like that?
Yeah, definitely. I was aware of the situation.
You were educated about the country.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm always aware of the situation. I think that's very important.
After all, you've traveled so much, 50 countries. He knows how to do his homework well.
Exactly.
Right. Well, thank you, Umar Saab, for being generous, giving us your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your
and
time
wish
too.
you all the best with your work. And I hope that more equipment from your company is bought by the textile industry, as you see an upward trend. Thank you. That of course tells us that Pakistan's economy is on the rise and is progressing well. Good to hear that. It's the feel-good factor, and the numbers show it. Well, thank you, Lukas.
Thank you so much.
We wish you a happy rest of this day, and hope to see you once again once you're back again. And the 4 things on your bucket list, Umar Saab has promised he's going to fulfill that commitment.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in. Enjoy your trip and best of luck with your work.
Thank you so much.
मैं आपसे इजाज़त लूँगी, and I shall be seeing you next week, same time, same show and same channel. Keep watching Discover Pakistan.